Have you ever imagined drawing beautiful skin tones with the sketchbook app? How can I apply human skin color well? I was one of those who thought so. The skin color of the anime is very simple and the shadows are clear. On the other hand, when it comes to real people, it is necessary to blend the skin color and hair color. Here is the completed illustration I drew this time. I'm not very good at drawing, but if you want to get closer to the level of this illustration, please watch this tutorial video. There are some points I was aware of when I drew this illustration. In this video, I will mainly explain how to draw skin color. If you want to know how to draw a person in advance, please check the related video on the upper right. Also, before drawing this illustration, I made a format that blends the colors of the skin and hair. If you are referring to a color illustration, you can use the eyedropper function to take that color and paint it directly. However, if you have a black and white photo, or are not good at blending colors, it is convenient to create a format that blends colors. If you want to know more about the blending method, please check the related video on the upper right. When I painted the color, I created the base color of each part of the person by dividing it into layers. You can paint all the colors on one layer. Each person has their own way of drawing. However, I separated the colors to prevent them from sticking out and mixing with other parts. So, how do you separate the colors into layers? If you want to know more about how to paint the base color, please check the related video on the upper right. First, select the color part with the magic wand so that the color does not protrude. The location of the magic wand tool is here. By using this function, the color will not protrude from the selected range. Next, apply the shadow part of the skin. Use the color picker function to select dark skin tones. Where is the color picker function? If you think so, please refer to this image. One thing to keep in mind when you use this function is that the tapped area is not necessarily the color of your choice. When you use it, it will display the selected color. It disappears when you release the pen or finger, so hold down and select the color you want. Once you've painted some shadows, it's time to add some highlights. The place to put the highlight is the part with the bulge such as the forehead and cheek. Let's put a light skin color on such places. I think this order is similar to makeup. It may be easy to apply skin color if you first apply the base and then imagine the foundation. The recommended brushes for painting are airbrushes and watercolor brushes. You can use those brushes to create soft shades. After adding the base shadow and highlight colors, I will create a color gradation. Let's layer similar colors gradually. At this time, it is okay even if the colors are separated. This is because they will be blended during adjusting color. Apply multiple layers of similar colors for a more realistic illustration. In Japanese anime illustrations, this shadow gradation is at most double. So if you want a more anime-like illustration, reduce the degree of gradation of color. A useful brush for blending colors is the smudge type. The brushes in the menu on the left are all easy to use. One of them is a smudge pen. Use a smudge pen to blend the color boundaries. From here, the process of layering and blending colors is repeated over and over again. If you repeat it over and over again, I think you will get a color that you are satisfied with. Until that happens, let's layer and blend the skin tones. I felt that the color of the line art I drew at the beginning was a little dark in this illustration. So, I repainted the eyelashes and around the eyes with a soft color again. At this time, I mainly used tattoo inker, fountain pen, and primary pencil. It depends on personal preference if you need the line art or not. The one with the black line art will be a clear illustration. On the other hand, if you eliminate the line art, the illustration will look more natural. Choose either one to suit your taste. By the way, I have already painted eyes and lips, but I also made tutorial videos for them. So, if you want to know more about how to draw eyes and lips, please check the related video on the upper right. Thank you for watching this video. If this video is interesting, please push a like button. Also, if you ask questions in the comment section, it will be answered as soon as possible. Depending on the content, I may post new videos for answering your doubts and comments. So please subscribe to Animembo and set notifications for this. There are many people who watch the videos and don't register. So I will be very happy if you help me to grow. See you again in the next video.